I play a character called William Boldwood, and he is a landowner, quite wealthy, successful businessman, I suppose, in the area, and he owns a nearby farm to where Bathsheba has her farm, and he is one of the suitors for Bathsheba in the story, and he brings out certain aspect of her, as each of the suitors bring out a different aspect of her, appeal to a different part of her nature. So he offers her wealth and security and comfort, which, you know, is very important then, if not more important then than now, given that she, her fortunes can go up or down, and her livelihood and her survival really depends on those things. So there's definitely a draw to him in terms of what he can offer. I liked the journey that he has, that he starts from a place where other characters talk about how dignified he is and how noble he is and what a good man he is, and that we see him sort of unravel as the story goes on. And I thought that was an interesting and kind of challenging journey to go on. Also, I thought that the director, Thomas Vinterberg, was a really interesting choice for this film. He's not someone that you would obviously think would be drawn to doing a classic kind of period film, watching his other films. So I thought that was really interesting. And the fact that Carey Mulligan was playing Bathsheba, you know, made it a very enticing prospect as well. His two most well-known films are probably Feston and The Hunt, which was a recent film. And they both are about a kind of society and a community that and how people can exist within that, and how maybe someone who goes against the grain of that community, how they can be treated. And I think he brings a really interesting take on that into this piece. I think there's a lot of potential cliches that come with a period film, and he, I think, is able to avoid those by coming at it in a very different way. We did a lot of improvisation before we started, and that brought a kind of a real, very real, believable dynamic and grounded all the relationships. So he brings a very unique eye, I think, to it. But I think David Nichols, who wrote this, did the interpretation, the adaptation. If it's a favourite novel as well, you have to cut. I mean, you can't adapt everything, so you're always going to leave things out that are special to some people, and it's very difficult to please everyone. So I think someone like David, as he did with this, just has to go with his instincts and tell the story that he wants to out of it, you know, and carve out what he thinks, release what he thinks is in there that speaks to him. And I think he's done a great job. I think it's extraordinary what Hardy wrote, and the fact that as a film now, watching it now, it feels so contemporary and kind of, it really stands out amongst other things, says a lot, not only about what Hardy did, but also about our culture, I suppose.